It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Gators will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's back. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. Creates a little room. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, you love to see this offensively on the first drive of the game. Your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
The Hurricanes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's got it on the right. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Hurricanes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And on that situation on the 1 yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Florida Gators offense will go to work for the first time today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big...
Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
0.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. Just plowing ahead. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Hansen. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Looking downfield on first down. They've got the screen set up. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Finding an escape route, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The play action fake. Finds his tight end. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. And if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Inside a minute to play here in the first half. Might we get a touchdown before the break after all? Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. a very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Got his man downfield. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Finds his man. It's Brown. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Pressure coming, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it, they're on the run. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Grab near the marker is Fletcher. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little far.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time. And an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. After the filthy move, he's got room. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Catch in the middle, it's Hansen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Pulls it in, it's Fletcher. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Back to pass, it's Beck. Finds the tight end. Past the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
It'll be a draw. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like
the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
And the Hurricanes have moved it inside the 20. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Daniels. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Looking for a crease. It's Fletcher. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1.
Work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Fires to the big fella. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Back to pass, it's Flagway. Trying to make magic with his feet. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Slings it downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you. You just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all.
Back onto the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. The defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now, fourth down.
This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Good, right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Gets it to him on the screen. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Gators have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Sturdivant. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. the game all but decided this quarterback will take a knee.